All right, so it's only love. This is the solo and fills lesson. Now I didn't do every single fill because there's a ton of fills in this song, but I covered the first half, and then the ending fill that I did in the demo that I made. And there's be links to that demo if you click this I here, or look in the description box below. Be links to my website actually, where you can look at all these videos on the same page. And check out all my other stuff too. Anyway, so we're in the key of F major for this solo, okay? And it's mostly going to take place in that box. Okay, that. Or there, right? Goes up a bit in there. But most of it, all of it is in that box, okay? Okay, so we're going to start with this lick. So that's just going to be a hammer-on. And I'm not going to say every fret again, because it's, it's all right there, right? There's a little bit up here. So we're going to hammer that on the B string, 10 to 13. And we're going to slide up to 15 and put some vibrato on it. So we've got... And then we're down 2 frets to the 11th or the 13th fret. Okay, now we're going to go so then the D string to the G string, G10, bend on the 12th of the G, hitting the E on 10. And then B 13. Right? On the G string, then we do this little chromatic run on the D string. Okay, so far we've got and there is a trill down there. And it kind of, that phrase sort of ends on that on the A string on the 12th. So now we're gonna go, which is kind of cool because he tends to throw in those little chromatic runs. So that one is just what is that? 8, 9, 10 of the E. And a slide up on the A, right? Okay, so okay, that's the end of that section. Then we're going to go so I rake into that, ending up on E10, and then hitting B15. It's the same note, right? We're going to slide into that, right? And then a little pull off, and then there on G14. Back to 15th, B15. Right? Same thing. And then a big bend on the 15th of the E. Okay, so it's the big bend, and then let it go, like you mute it and let it go. And we just hit 15 with no bend, right? And then we're back up on the full step bend, and we put vibrato on it. So from here, now we're going to go. So that's a a pre-bend, right? And another pre-bend, right? Right, now we're gonna go. I really like that. Like this, it's kind of like very a lot of old soul songs that use that. Like, I'm thinking of "Rainy Night in Georgia," which I don't know, but I know that's in there. Something like that, right? But only it's done up here on the G and the B string. Okay, so. Right, and then we're going to finish off by going, which is that kind of country band, right? Little finger on B13, and that's your first like intro solo. So. Okay, and then the next fill is going to come in like this. Okay, so that's, again, we're still in that box. We're just going to go, right, so, and then, so it's the same lick, but just ending different. And I put a little bend on that one. So, and now we do this really, I just love this lick because it's so percussive. He goes, da, 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 da. Right? Really cool. The way I did, I think he kind of is more just on single strings, but what I did is I kind of muting everything and kind of hitting those muted strings to give it a little bit more percussion. So and now we're going to finish up by going. Okay, and this is one of those licks where, you know, you got to be able to trill. That's the kind of lick where you do weird things with your mouth, you know? Because it takes some kind of crazy focus to trill like that. And we end up on that full step bend on B13. Lots of vibrato, right? So. Okay, so that's that one. And then the next one, I think, is actually the coolest. It's kind of like that sort of Chuck Berry thing, but it's like Chuck Berry on steroids, right? So he's going to start out by doing this. So we're just 14G, 13B, and we kind of third and second finger and kind of vibrato them both, right? And ending up on, right? So real clean, and so it would be just down, up, down on the G, up on the B, right? Then Okay, now we got this like. Okay, and you know that when you first hear that, you think, oh, that's just that, you know, just hammering away there. But it's actually pretty specific. So this is the way you do it. Okay, so we want to go down, down, and up on the last one. Okay, so we've got. Right? 1, 2, 3. It's like an up, down, up. And on the next one, we're going to go. We're going to pull off that E string from the 13th, so it's. And then another straight one, and then we're going to go. It's hard to break this down. All together, it would be. So that last one is. It's like a double stop with your little finger, pull off. Like slide down and pull off. Then, right? G string, E string, E string. So, then ending up on, I think, hang on. Yeah, that's right. Right? And then you put the vibrato on it, okay? That's a cool lick. That took me a minute to get that because if you don't get that upstroke there, if you go down, I guess you can do it, but when you're playing it up to speed with the track, I found it, I just got left behind, so. I actually think I screwed that up. Okay, always best to listen to the original recording to get the exact timing, right? And then we're going to end it up by going. Just 10, 12 on the B or the G. Then, so full step bend, 10th D. Same thing on the A, and then sort of ending on the F note. And then right away we're going to go, and that's right. And that's again another really rhythmic lick. Right? Okay, it's really a feel thing there, right? Very rhythmic, almost like drums, right? Okay, just really great guitar playing, you know. Just love these licks. Then that's we're kind of rolling our finger there, right? We don't want to go. We want to go. And then that again, that country bend, right? And then we're. We're into that, I guess the middle 8, right? Okay, so that's it for the first half of the solo. So let's just go over all those licks on a sort of a medium tempo. So. Okay, just awesome, right? Really, really, really good guitar playing. And those ones where you go, um, you want to really dig in with your pickup, to get those little extra sort of like pinch harmonics. You don't want the screaming, um, who's the guy from Ozzy Osbourne? I can't remember his name, but you don't want those. But you just want to dig in a bit, right? Zach Wilde. Okay, and then to end it, just because there's so many licks in this song, I just sort of added, combined a bunch of licks. So I sort of ended it off with, let me think now. Oh yeah, so coming out of that, we're into, and that first lick was like, so what I don't even know if this is right. Actually, I'm actually sort of almost sure I'm not playing that lick right there, but that's how I did it in my demo. So we've got a step and a half bend on the B string. And I'm gonna add that D note on E10. So we got, and drift that down, and finally pull it off. So. And then I went. Really country-ish there, right? So it's. I'm doing daddy. Right? I think that's how it went. And then he gets into this, and this, I just did it that way. He does it different. This is the kind of lick where you're going to play it different every time almost, right? But it's where you got to sort of pinch, and for me, when I get that, it's right on that pickup ring, right? So I know that's where I'm going to target that. And I just went, right? I think it was that. And that isn't exactly, like he does a lick earlier in the song, I think it's something like that, but the concept is the same, right? Okay, and then the very last lick of the song is his lick, and it's awesome. And it's so it's this. So right? Then double stop there, right? Oops. Pull off from 10 to 8 on the A. Again, ending on that G note, right? So, then just down that in. Okay, so I'll try and get through that whole last bit there, so it's. Okay, and that's it. Of course, there's more fills, but you know, that's the bulk of them. And actually, I think the best ones are in the first half of the song. And so I covered all those. Anyways, I hope you get something out of it, this lesson. Be sure to watch my the demo of it that I did, and the rhythm lesson too. Okay? All right, thanks for watching. Like I said, I hope you get something out of it, and we'll talk to you next time.